Did you know Tiger Woods' scandal cost him approximately $5.7 million per mistress? With over a dozen women coming forward, his affairs amounted to the most expensive sex scandal in sports history, totaling roughly $750 million in lost endorsements, tournament winnings, and divorce settlements. The numbers are absolutely staggering. His wife, Elin, received an estimated $110 million in their divorce. His yearly income dropped from $115 million to just $35 million in 2010. And his market value? It plummeted by over 30% practically overnight. Today, we're breaking down exactly how one night in November 2009 destroyed a billion-dollar empire, the $750 million fall from grace. What if I told you that one car crash at 2:30 a.m. would end up costing more than most blockbuster movies? Let's break down how Tiger went from golf god to public enemy number one overnight. Before everything came crashing down, Tiger Woods wasn't just successful. He was basically a deity in cleats. The man was sitting on a billion-dollar empire with endorsement deals that made other athletes look like they were working at McDonald's. Nike had given him the largest endorsement deal in sports history at the time. Accenture, Gatorade, AT&T, Gillette, they all wanted a piece of Tiger. Why wouldn't they? The guy was marketing gold with his perfect family man image and that million-dollar smile. Then came Thanksgiving 2009, a day that would forever change the trajectory of one of the greatest sports careers ever. The National Enquirer, you know, that magazine your grandma reads in the grocery store checkout line, dropped a bombshell report claiming Tiger was having an affair with nightclub manager Rachel Uchitel. Most people were like, yeah, whatever, it's the Enquirer, rolling their eyes at another celebrity scandal that probably wasn't true. But then something happened that made everyone go, wait, maybe there's something to this story. At precisely 2:30 a.m. on November 27th, 2009, Tiger somehow managed to crash his Cadillac Escalade into a fire hydrant and then a tree in his own neighborhood. Like, how do you even do that unless something crazy is happening? The details got weirder. His wife, Elin, supposedly rescued him by smashing his back window with a golf club. Neighbors found Tiger laid out in the street, mumbling nonsense, bloodied and completely out of it. So what actually happened that night? The police report showed Tiger had popped some Vicodin earlier, not alcohol, just prescription meds. But the real drama started when Elin discovered text messages on Tiger's phone while he was sleeping. She confronted him, and Tiger, panicking like a teenager caught with weed, jumped in his SUV and peeled out of there, only to crash seconds later. That's some instant karma if I've ever seen it. Now, Tiger could have maybe salvaged something if he'd just come clean immediately. Instead, he went with the classic celebrity playbook, deny, deny, deny. He released a statement calling the reports malicious. But here's the problem. When you've actually been with multiple women, they tend to start appearing when there's money and fame involved. One by one, women started coming forward, selling their stories to the highest bidder. Tiger's PR strategy quickly shifted from "these are lies" to vague statements about transgressions. Too little, too late, my dude. The financial consequences were swift and brutal. Accenture was the first to bail, taking their $20 million with them. Then Gatorade said, see ya to another $20 million. AT&T hung up on their $10 million deal, and Gillette stopped believing Tiger was the best a man can get, costing him another $15 million. In the span of weeks, Tiger lost $65 million in sponsorships. The only company that didn't completely abandon ship was Nike, though they put his marketing on ice for years. That's like your best friend saying, I'll still hang out with you, but not in public. For a man who was worth about $1 billion before the scandal, losing $45 million in yearly income from endorsements alone was a massive financial wound. But the personal costs cut even deeper. His marriage to Elin Nordegren was unsurprisingly toast. Their divorce settlement reportedly cost Tiger between $100 and $110 million, about one-fifth of his entire fortune at the time. That's like paying $100 million to delete your text messages a day earlier. By February 2010, Tiger had checked into Pine Grove Behavioral Health and Addiction Services in Mississippi for sex addiction treatment. The $60,000 price tag for the program was nothing compared to the PR damage of essentially admitting, "Yeah, I have a problem." Imagine being so famous that the whole world knows you're in sex rehab. Not ideal. And honestly, 10 years later, Tiger's 2019 Masters victory might have been one of the most emotional comebacks we've ever seen. But let's be real. Winning one tournament doesn't erase a decade of damage. The green jacket was nice, but his reputation still carries permanent scars from that night. What's crazy is that Tiger's actually managed to secure new deals with companies like Rolex since then. They're basically the first big brands to say, "Hey, maybe this guy isn't totally radioactive anymore." But these new endorsements are nowhere near what he commanded in his prime. The math tells the whole story. When you calculate everything, the endorsements, the divorce, the treatment, the lost opportunities, we're talking about the most expensive bedroom mistakes in sports history. One night, 120 alleged affairs, and $750 million gone. I'm just saying, maybe next time just play another round of golf instead.